Those 16 RBI not only lead the team, they lead the entire Atlantic League. Here's the 2-0. That misses low and in at the shoe tops, and Holmberg behind here, 3 balls and no strikes. Holmberg was a second-round draft pick by the Chicago White Sox in 2009. 3-0 misses up and away, and a 4-pitch walk is how Quincy Lattimore reaches, just the second walk of the outing for Holmberg. So a ton of potential for him still.
First baseman, 24, Dante Bichette Jr.
So with 1 away and a man at first, Dante Bichette Jr. steps up, extended his 9-game hitting streak to 10 games with a single in the second. And he scored on the 3-run home run. First pitch is swung on and slapped into the seats right side. Double dipping today, game 1 of a doubleheader, both games 7 innings. Game 2 starting at 6:35, and a picture-perfect day for baseball, about 70 degrees, a slight breeze as well. And a few school groups on hand to take this one in. 0-1, swung on and hit right back up the middle into center field. A base hit for Bichette. Lattimore will stop at second. And now 2 men aboard, just an out here in the top of the third.
Bichette Jr. had 3 hits Monday night, had a hit and a walk yesterday, and already has reached base twice in his first 2 plate appearances today, improving on that team-leading .371 batting average he owned entering today's ballgame.
Entering the day with .371, that sat behind only Somerset's Will Kenger for league-high batting average. And now Miles Schroeder steps up. He also singled in his last at-bat. Holmberg sets, runners on first and second. The pitch misses down low.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Little stirring in the Patriots bullpen. No throwing yet, though. And if Holmberg can get through the third, really the 4th inning, that would be big for this Patriots pitching staff. 1-0. Skips its way to the plate. Ullman down to his knees to use the chest protector and block it. Even though it's only 2 7-inning games, they've still got quite the stretch coming up here. Another doubleheader coming up on Sunday, a makeup game that'll be played at Lancaster, but it will be played as a Patriots home game.
And then you have a third doubleheader next Wednesday back here at TD Bank Ballpark as well.
Holmberg behind, 2 balls and no strikes on Schroeder. The pitch waved at and missed. Now 2-1.
Well, it's one of the reasons why the Patriots brought in Holmberg. Needed an extra arm, especially with Logan Darnell being placed on the disabled list. There's still some other options in this Patriots bullpen if they need a spot starter, namely Vince Mileski, who was a starting pitcher for about half the season last year. Might see him make a start or 2 considering the doubleheaders.
2-1 from the lefty. Swung on and lifted to center field. Myers has a beat on it. Lazy fly ball. He settles under. It's Pacioli, rather. That makes the catch. Pacioli in center. Used to Darby Myers, who's had every start that he's made up until today in center field. So it's Pacioli that makes the catch. Runners do not advance, and now 2 away.
Number 13, Josh Mazzola.
Well, Justin Pacioli has certainly earned the amount of playing time he's been receiving. Going into the season, figured there was going to be a bit of a competition between Pacioli and Myers for some playing time along the outfield. Both of them are playing next to each other today. I think Pacioli certainly deserved to start as often as he has.
Josh Mazzola swings through the first pitch he sees.
Once Jimmy Paredes comes back to the Patriots, once his visa issues are settled up, then playing time might be a little thinner. But for the time being, Pacioli, look, he's entering today's ballgame with a .294 batting average. He's been off to a hot start.
It's Lattimore off of second. He walked. Bichette at first. He singled right back up the middle, and now time is called by Mazzola at the plate last time up. Was strutting his way out of the box after he sent a 3-run home run over the left field wall. Holmberg sets at the chest, third base side of the rubber in the 0-1. Swung on, and this one lifted in the air left side. It's Neister drifting back into shallow left field, and will make the catch to retire the side. No runs on a hit. 2 men are left on base, and it's 3-2. High Point with the lead in the middle of the third inning. You're listening to Patriots Baseball on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, WCTCAM.com.
Presenting the lowest car prices you've ever seen. Wow pricing. Only on Fullerton.com. It'll blow you away. If you want the best deals on all new cars and trucks, don't miss Fullerton's absolutely enormous spring clearance event. Get the lowest prices on our entire new inventory all month long. This month only at Fullerton.
For over 85 years, in every county across the state, we've protected the health of New Jersey, covering families and businesses through life's big moments and the small ones. Because we don't just work here, we live here too. Over 5,000 local employees, all with the same purpose, taking care of you.
Guys have the fight for that one. Looks like we got a couple more left. This might be the last one. This might be it. Guys, we're looking at 35 degrees. It's going to come a hard, long drive. Let's see it. Nice one, nice one. Let's hear it for the T-shirt dogs and our mad scientists from Sanity and students to science. Hey, if you think you have the best arm in the ballpark, show it off at Speed Pitch down in the family fun zone. Speed Pitch and the strike zone.
Want to see a home run? Then take advantage of these special offers from Bellari and save $2,000 on new siding or $2,500 on a beautiful new sunroom. Offer expires May 31st. For details, visit BellariNJ.com. If you need help during the game or have any questions, you can simply text us. Text 908-252-0700 and we'll get back to you. You can text or call us at 908-252-0700. First pitch, a breaking ball called strike to Craig Massey as he leads off the home half of the third inning. It's a 3-2 High Point lead over the Patriots. Massey swings and taps one foul behind the plate, and quickly in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Steven Johnson has looked good so far. Got out to a rocky start in the first inning, allowing 2 doubles. 2 runs to come across, but since then has settled in. He's retired 5 straight. 0-2. Misses away. Home plate umpires today testing out the new TrackMan system that the Atlantic League hopes to debut in the next few weeks. 1-2. Misses up and in. So this system will assist calling balls and strikes. Umpires wearing an earpiece, and they'll get an indication whether it was a strike or a ball. So that's in place today, but the home plate umpire still calling his own pitches, just using it to get used to things. Johnson, the righty, sets just below the belt. And the 2-2. Misses upstairs, and Massey from 0-2 now to 3-2, leading off the home half of the third.
There's been a lot of changes to the game in the Atlantic League this season, a lot of very exciting changes, and I think this is the big one that a lot of people have been waiting for.
Payoff pitch is tapped foul up the third base side. Alfredo Rodriguez in that first base coach's box makes a nice play. And you know, the surprising thing is, you might think some umpires would be against it, but chatting briefly with everyone in the room this morning, they all were excited about it. Johnson with the 3-2. That misses away, ball 4. Massey with a hard-earned walk to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Was down 0-2 and worked it full.
The big thing with this, and I think it's what we discussed the other day, Brandon, everyone's always looking for consistency, and you'll watch broadcasts and have the strike zone, and then automated on the screen. That's not necessarily going to be on at least our broadcasts here, but people watch that and they'll see a pitch out of the strike zone and they'll be like, well, why wasn't that called a strike? Well, you won't really have those complaints any further with this new TrackMan software in the Atlantic League.
First pitch to Justin Pacioli, foul tipped in and out of the mitt of Miles Schroeder.
Try a brand new refreshing strawberry smoothie.
And, the one thing that might be a bit odd that these umpires were talking about is a situation where a catcher sets up inside, pitcher misses his spot, and the catcher has to reach. That ball's still over the plate but on the outer third. Usually you're not going to get that as a called strike. Now, you most likely will. There's the 0-1. That's swung on and fouled out of play right side. So there are going to be some adjustments to be made. The other thing is there are times where the system might not pick up a pitch. And so then you're back to the home plate umpire calling his own balls and strikes as usual. It's Massey off of first. He walked to lead off the inning. Another 0-2 hole for a Patriot. The pitch busts Pacioli in tight. Gomez over at third, guarding the hole. And Alfonso shifted toward the second base bag just a little bit in double play depth with Tyler Ladendorf. Massey held on at first. He has 3 stolen bases in 6 tries. And Johnson steps off, looks over at first, no throw. Johnson sets in the 1-2. Spoiled yet again into the seats. These first 2 Patriot batters of the inning both fell 0-2 in the count. Massey able to work a walk. Pacioli certainly putting up a fight. Flags now blowing straight out, the 1-2. This one swung on and driven in the air to deep center field. Almadova back, a step onto the warning track, and he makes the catch for a long out number 1. Massey retreats back to first.
Now Pacioli still looking for his first home run as a Patriot, now in his 3rd year. Yeah, it's not really his game, but with the wind blowing out today with pretty nice gusts to straightaway center field, why not try to change that launch angle a bit? It is STEM in baseball day here, which means, we're testing out launch angles, and that's actually been a big topic of conversation in the Major League Baseball ranks as to, should players adjust their launch angle and swing for the fences a little bit more.
First pitch to Ramon Flores. That one misses upstairs. Quick throw down to first, but Massey back on his feet. Well, it's an interesting debate because as you get more and more into it and these batters focusing on that, we're seeing the power numbers up. It seems like Major League Baseball year after year is setting new home run records, but also new strikeout records. 1-0. Swung on at a grounder, backhanded by Bichette, throws to second for 1, back on to first in time. 3-6-3 the double play, that retires the Patriots in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, and because of the double play, nobody left on base. 3-2 High Point leads Somerset. You're listening to Patriots Baseball on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Now let's go play some Quick Draw.
Quick Draw! Nothing beats the draw of Quick Draw, the game with over 40,000 daily winners. Find a place and bring your people. Nothing beats the draw of Quick Draw. A $1 bet could win up to $100,000. Find a place and bring your people.
It's minutes on the ballpark. Warm, fresh, made to order donuts. Now offering online ordering, catering, and birthday parties. Duck Donuts. Oh. taking a tumble there.
If you're close to someone who suffers from an addiction, you may need help too. The newly updated Blake Recovery Center at Carrier Clinic offers support and education through its free weekend codependency and Bright Futures for Kids programs. Held on Carrier's Belmead campus, visit www.carrierclinic.org for more information. Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit tristateford.com for information today. New pitcher on for the Patriots in the top of the fourth inning. It's James Puglisi taking over for David Holmberg, and the first pitch, a called strike to the 8-man Giovanni Alfonso.
Puglisi has gotten off to a strong start to begin his season. He's been used in multi-inning roles for the most part. He's proven himself to be a reliable arm.
1 smacked right back up the middle, but the second baseman Massey backhands and throws on to first in time.
Over his first 8 1/3 innings in 6 appearances, a 2.16 ERA, 8 strikeouts against just 1 walk. It's been a strong start to the year for James Puglisi. He was roughed up just once. He gave up a 2-run home run to Henry Castillo, and that's Monday in New York. Aside from that, he's been near perfect.
Righty with the first pitch to Breland Almadova, breaking ball that dips below the knees. Almadova hitting .360 entering the day, reached down the fielder's choice back in the second. 1-0. Squared to bunt, pulled it back, but a called strike nonetheless. Puglisi winds first base side of the rubber in the 1-1. That lined left side and past the diving Steve Neister into left field. Just got below the glove and kind of handcuffed Neister a bit as he was laying out. So it'll be a single into left field. Almadova at first base.
Yeah, that was a tough chance for Neister, and it was so in between that I don't know if he knew whether or not he wanted to catch it on the fly or sort of play it on the short hop. It was dipping quickly as it got to him. He dove a little bit to his right, ultimately came up empty-handed. Tough chance.
So the lineup turns over and Tyler Ladendorf steps into the right side. Almadova off of first. First pitch. Called strike, clips the outside corner with the fastball. Almadova, no stolen bases through 2 tries. He leads off first, held on by Francoso. Puglisi sets, the righty at the belt with the 0-1. Upstairs, Ullman throws down to first. Back safely, though.
Path to enlightened writing. Find Zen in your pen. Zebra pen.
Some clouds above us, but TD Bank Ballpark full of sun. Puglisi kicks with the 1-1. Another fastball poured in for a strike, and he's ahead. A ball and 2 strikes on Tyler Ladendorf, who's 0 for 2 today. Has a 7-game hit streak going, an 11-game on-base streak at the 3rd longest active on-base streak in the league. Almadova off of first, 1-2. Foul back. 1 away in the top of the 4th, 3-2. High Point leads Somerset. Lead thanks to a Josh Mazzola 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. One-two. Again, cued to the screen right behind the plate.
School 21. Who's got a customer service? Victor Moravlag, School 21. Please check in at customer service.
Almadova off of first. And a throw over to first. Dives back in safely.
Well, I figured now would be a good opportunity. You could check the out-of-town scoreboard. Again, 3 games currently underway in the Atlantic League. New Britain Bees on top of the Lancaster Barnstormers 2-0. That ball game in the bottom of the 4th in Connecticut.
Runner goes 1-2. Fouled out of play and into the seats.
Ducks and the Blue Crabs already in the top of the 6th inning in their ball game. They got underway at 10:35. Right now, Long Island leading that one 4-0. Again, the Ducks a half game behind the Patriots for first place in the Liberty Division standings. Long Island's played 3 more games than Somerset has entering today. So the percentage points will be close, but if Long Island holds on to their win, Patriots lose today.
1-2, runner goes again, and again it's fouled away. So the hit and run seems to be on here for Tyler Ladendorf with 1 away in the top of the 4th.
Somerset's been in first place for the better part of a week. After the Ducks got off to a hot start, Long Island went 6-1 over a 7-game road trip to begin their season. They've got a lot of major league talent on that team over in New York.
1-2 is swung on and driven in the air to deep right. Myers back, has a beat on it, settles under it, makes the catch. Almadova fixed the tag, but he'll stay put at first. Now 2 away. And that time it was Darby Myers. He's stationed over in right field this afternoon now, just past noon at TD Bank Ballpark. Myers, through his first 11 appearances with the Patriots, stationed in center. Today that's Justin Pacioli. So with 2 away, Steven Cardulo steps up, throw over to first, and Almadova dives back in safely.
Well, this is a lineup today where Brett Jody's trying to get some other players some playing time, and the goal is it's a long marathon type season. You want to make sure that guys stay rested and stay fresh.
Another throw over to first, nothing doing.
And I think it also makes sense for Brett with his thought process, knowing that Jimmy Paredes will be coming here eventually. Wants to see who's comfortable playing in what positions. We've seen Ramon Flores get a couple of starts in right. Pacioli's gotten a number of starts in right. Francoso started the season in right field, and now Myers as well.
Runner goes, but that one hit foul on the ground on the third base side.
There's a number of versatile players on this team. I mean, for the most part, we've seen Massey and Rodriguez as the middle infielders, and I think Espinal moving forward, when he's ready to go, he'll likely be the starting first baseman. But Neister could play a number of positions. Francoso could play around the entire field. Each outfielder could play in either 3 spots. Paredes can play in the outfield or at third base. Navarro could play in multiple infield spots.
0-1, fouled off right side, and Cardulo in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes with 2 away in the top of the 4th.
So a lot of versatility, and over a long stretch of the season, it helps to have guys that you can plug and play here and there. Keep the juices flowing.
Almadova off of first, 2 away in the top of the 4th. And in 0-2 count on Cardulo, the pitch is swung on. Humpback liner drops into shallow right field for a base hit. Almadova will stop at second. And now 2 men aboard with 2 away.
The concession stands and carts at the ballpark. Grab the new Tito sticks and fresh squeezed lemonade. Or stop by the premium sausage cart. Stop by the new items all around TD Bank Ballpark.
So the 3-man Hector Gomez up next. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center. It seems like, especially this past inning, High Point has been awfully aggressive. They only have 10 stolen bases in 17 tries. That's 6th in the league out of 8 teams. First pitch. Called a strike on the inner third. Almadova off of second with some speed. Cardulo over at first base. 2 away, top of the 4th, a 1-run lead for High Point. Pugliese, the righty, sets first base side in the 0-1. Swung on and a slow grounder fouled off. Pugliese again in the driver's seat. No balls and 2 strikes on the 3-man Hector Gomez.
Well, after a series in which Patriots pitchers showed very well against the Lancaster Barnstormers, a 1-hitter Friday night, just 5 hits on Saturday night in a shutout. High Point's gotten the bats going. 8 hits Monday night, 9 hits yesterday, 7 hits already today, and we're just with 2 out in the top of the 4th inning.
2 fouled away from Gomez. That one in on the hands, a breaking ball that he couldn't really extend on. And another 0-2 to come.
Fortnite music playing in the background, by the way, at TD Bank Ballpark. It's all of the Fortniting kids to Fortnite dance, or whatever the kids say these days.
0-2. Swung on, and this one driven high in the air to deep left field. Flores over toward the High Point bullpen, and he makes the catch as he trips over the hump of the mound. What a play from Ramon Flores in foul ground left field. A tricky play. He'll have some bruises to show for it. But the Rockers are retired in the 4th. No runs on 2 hits. 2 men are left on base. To the home half of the 4th we go. The Rockers lead the Patriots 3-2. You're listening to Somerset Patriots Baseball on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
I fight every day.
Every night.
Every hour.
Every minute. And every second.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital and RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, bring the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
And I'm not fighting alone.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Let's beat cancer together.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
Off the home 4th inning, catcher number 34, Michael Ullman.
3-2 the score. High Point leads Somerset. Patriots got out to a 2-run lead, posting a 2 spot in the 1st, but High Point responded with a 3-run home run from Josh Mazzola. It's still Steven Johnson out of the bump, and the first pitch to Mike Ullman. Grounded foul 3rd base side. Hector Gomez a nice backhand and a soft toss to a fan sitting in the front row on the 3rd base side. What a catch from Ramon Flores to end the top half of the inning. Absolutely face planted just after catching that ball in the bullpen mound down the left field line in foul ground. 0-1. Swung on and a routine grounder over to the shortstop. Alfonso up with it. Throws on to first in time for the first out.
A couple of quick broadcast notes. In the top of the 5th inning, we'll be joined by Peter Lally, the corporate social responsibility lead over at Sanofi. We'll be talking about STEM in baseball with him, discuss why Sanofi supports STEM and presence in the community. And then in the bottom half of the 5th inning, Gary Sarkis will join us. He's the Director of Operations for Students to Science, and we'll be talking about the science in baseball.
First pitch to Edwin Espinal dips outside. Edwin coming into the day, 4 for his first 10 in his first 3 games for the Patriots, including 6 RBI. And the walk-off grand slam 2 nights ago, a big part of that. But he's certainly been a big part inserted into the middle of this Patriots lineup as the 1-0 busts him in tight. He throws up the hands to get out of the way and a little stroll up the 3rd base side. Don't really think there was ill intent behind that one. A fastball that just kind of got away from Steven Johnson. So 2-0 the count with 1 away. Bottom of the 4th and nobody on for the Patriots. Trailing by just a run. 2-0. Fouled back. After the game the other night, Espinal saying that they love him in the clubhouse, and they certainly do. Brings a great personality, pretty charismatic, a funny guy, and a lighthearted guy. Johnson sets at the belt, kicks with the 2-1. Fouled back yet again, and now the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans hoping it would carry him off the sweet level and back down. And the fans going to keep it up there.
Very charismatic group of high schoolers that are underneath our broadcast booth. They have a better chance of getting the ball if it goes to the sweet level, because we know if it comes into the broadcast booth, this place is a vacuum.
Well, I thought we established the other night.
I gave it back yesterday.
All right. We'll see what happens this afternoon. Johnson the 2-2. Again fouled back. That one out of play. And of course, when it happened, I wasn't in the booth. Had to man the tarp to see if we'd have to roll it out on the field. Only got light showers, as if it was spitting a bit, so not too bad at all. Tarp never had to be rolled out, but I immediately texted you, this isn't going to happen again this season, is it?
Probably not.
2-2, again fouled back. Espinal putting on a tough at-bat here with 1 away in the 4th against Steven Johnson.
You need a right-handed batter to be at the plate, and you need it to be a pretty good fastball, and it's just got to be the right trajectory where it just gets over the screen, but has enough pace on it to head back this way. I mean,
kind of like a humpback liner. Can't be popped up at all. That's not getting to us. 2-2. Up and away. 3-2. Espinal has been so impressive just with his approach at the plate. He gets into these bouts where he's fouling pitches off. You take him out of the zone, and he's laying off. So the count runs full on the 5-man Edwin Espinal. Johnson delivers. And that one tapped slowly foul up the third base side. Just foul at that as well. Gomez, the third baseman, gave it a run. Came up empty.
Fine at bat here from Espinal. Now about to see pitch number 9 of this at bat. When you have a guy that can combine the power and the bat speed of Espinal with the patience and the ability to fight off tough pitches, becomes a very tough out, and that's what Somerset looks for out of all the batters in their lineup.
3-2. Swung on and popped up behind the plate. Schroeder rips off the mask near the screen, and he makes the catch on the track in foul ground for the second out.
Well, of course, the big storyline today, Brandon, and we talked about it a little bit, was the use of the TrackMan to call balls and strikes. Mike Ashmore, reporter covering the Patriots, is saying that the system is actually being used in this game right now to call the balls and strikes. And if that is the case, then this would, by all accounts, be the first professional baseball game ever to use an automated strike zone.
First pitch to Mike Francoso misses low and in. It's pretty neat. Not much better day that you could try that out. Not a much better ballpark either.
And it's on STEM in baseball day.
It's the 1-0. It's called a strike. I didn't even put those two together.
Using science and technology in baseball on a day that we are promoting science and technology in baseball.
Wow.
It's kismet.
1-1 is tapped foul left, or rather fair left side. Gomez charging makes the play and throws on first in time. The Patriots go down in order in the 4th inning, and they're still down a run. 3-2, High Point the lead. You're listening to Patriots Baseball on ESPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
2, 3, 4. Nailed it! Now let's go play some Quick Draw.
Quick Draw!
Nothing beats the draw of Quick Draw, the game with over 40,000 daily winners. Find a place and bring your people.
Happy with this year's tax refund? Probably not. Well, Flemington Department Store can't change the tax law, but can make things less taxing by crediting you double the sales tax on most top-quality brand sofas, chairs, recliners, bedroom and dining room sets, proudly showcased in Central Jersey's largest showroom. That's right, Flemington is paying your sales tax plus giving you a matching credit when you buy furniture, plus free delivery. The double sales tax credit event is going on now, only at Flemington Department Store.
Okay, let's kick it off with a power spray. Go, go, go. Stop. Killer class. Let's go play Quick Draw.
Nothing beats the draw of Quick Draw. A $1 bet could win up to $100,000. Find a place and bring your people.
Cedarbrook Elementary School. All the Unsullied join us for today's game.
We'll just have a conversation. We'll shoot the breeze.
Oh, okay, great.
And we return to TD Bank Ballpark for the top of the 5th inning. High Point Rockers leading the Somerset Patriots 3-2. My name is Mark Schwartz, and right now I have the pleasure of being joined alongside Pete Lally, Corporate Social Responsibility Lead for Sanofi, the presenting game sponsor of today's STEM in Baseball. Pete, it is a pleasure to have you on the air. How are you doing today?
Good, Mark. Thank you for having me on here. Beautiful day.
Oh, we were just talking about it. It is perfect, and in a spring so far that has been marred by inclement weather and wind and temperature drops, it seems as though that Sanofi has brought us a good deal of luck today.
Well, we try. I mean, I drive home from work every night past here, and a lot of nights the lights are on, games going on, but it's been raining, and
yes.
I can't imagine. It's probably not too nice for the fans or the players.
It's not ideal, but
yeah.
we are certainly happy that at least for the Sanofi day that we're able to have nice weather, and
absolutely.
And hopefully you guys start off a stretch of good weather.
We hope.
And
bring good luck. It's a good thing.
So in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Quincy Lattimore to lead off for the Rockers as James Puglisi is back on the mound. First pitch in for a called strike, 0-1. Well, Pete, I do want to talk about Sanofi. You guys have a lot of involvement at the ballpark today, and I think some of the involvement here sort of runs parallel to what you guys are trying to do in terms of a STEM presence in the community.
Absolutely is. In fact, how we got involved with this is that we're doing a lot this year in the STEM world with the schools in the state and primarily in Somerset County. And so some of the work we were doing was being recognized by the local freeholders and other people in the community. And an article ran, and Dave Merrick here from the Somerset Patriots organization saw that and reached out to us and said, hey, we're planning these 3 STEM days. Would you guys be interested in being part of it? We said, absolutely. It fits right in. And a lot of the schools that we've already been supporting are here today or are going to be here in the next 2 games. So it just was a natural fit. But, of course, the thing we had to do differently was how do we make the science about the baseball, right? So we hadn't really been doing that, honestly. But everybody, as you can see out here today, we're doing a lot of great things that bring science to the ballpark. From the protractor that we were just talking about that's out on the field when you shoot the launcher for the T-shirts, it's different angles so kids learn if it's a fly ball, a line drive, that's different. At our booth, we're doing how you tell where the sweet spot of the bat is. It's my personal favorite. And then we're doing an acid base challenge where you can find out what the pH is of various condiments and beverages that you would find at the stadium. So trying to have some fun.
Oh, it certainly seems like a blast.
Yeah.
Quincy Lattimore popped out to Scott Kelly to begin the inning. It's now a 3-0 count to the right-handed hitting Dante Bichette Jr. He takes a strike, 3-1. The Rockers in front of the Patriots 3-2 with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Talking with Pete Lally from Sanofi as this breaking ball from James Puglisi misses inside. It's a 1-out walk. Bichette will take first base. That'll bring up Miles Schroeder. So talk to me a little bit, Pete. We know that there's a lot going on here at the ballpark, but in terms of the community efforts for Sanofi, maybe even outside of today's ball game, what are a couple of efforts that you guys have done in the community?
Yeah, so what we've been trying to do is we're trying to get into school districts that really are trying to find more ways to get their students exposed to true STEM education, meaning science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we have a partner that's in New Jersey, which I think you'll be speaking with a little bit later, called Students to Science, and they offer a lot of the practical, hands-on experiences that the kids need, but they require support from corporations like ours. So it's a great fit for us to work with them. So what we do is we partner with them, partner with the school districts, and we find out what schools they feel need some assistance, and the teachers get involved, and they can either do what are called virtual labs, where we actually have instructors or professors that are beaming in to their classroom to teach them different science experiments, and then some of the classes will actually go on site and work with real lab equipment and do some really fascinating lab work that I'm sure we didn't do when we were in school. I mean, it's much more advanced today.
James Puglisi from the stretch. Runner takes off from first as Miles Schroeder pops the ball up behind home plate. Michael Ullman sheds the mask, makes a two-handed grab. And back to first base goes Bichette. There's two away. Again, we're speaking with Pete Lally, the corporate social responsibility lead for Sanofi. It is STEM in the ballpark night, well, day, I should say. And Sanofi is the presenting sponsor. There's two away in the inning. And Pete, STEM has become such it's like a buzzword these days. I know it's an acronym, but it's like a buzzword where, the second you say STEM, in education, everyone's ears perk up.
Right.
How has that affected Sanofi at all in your efforts?
Well, what it is why it's becoming such a buzzword is that in the country, specifically here in the U.S., we have a real lack of our students that are pursuing STEM careers. So they're going into other careers, which are great. You might get into arts, entertainment, or whatever it might be, many other things.
Or broadcasting.
Which is fine. You got me here, so you're part of the STEM world now, right?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah. So that's why we're a pharmaceutical company, clearly. So science is what we are, what we do. So it's a natural fit for us to get involved because, quite frankly, some of the kids here, we hope one day pursue a STEM career and maybe one day will work for our company and invent one of the next best medicines out there. Right? You just don't know, or they'll do it for somebody, some company out there. But what we're about is trying to pursue, because STEM careers today are needed. People aren't filling those jobs. It's a very sustainable future. So it makes sense for children to embrace this. Plus, they have a lot of fun once they see this hands-on. It's amazing some of the reactions at our table today, and the kids learning what a Coke's pH is or whatever, right? So very, very good, very good.
Well, it's Dante Bichette Jr. now at second base. He stole the base. Josh Mazzola's at the plate against James Puglisi, falling behind in the count 0-2. Mazzola, a right-handed batter, 0-2 on its way, swinging a ground ball towards second base. Behind it is Craig Massey, flips on to first in time, and the side is retired. Well, Pete, I do have another guest in the bottom of the fifth inning, so unfortunately our time has come to an end, but again, a pleasure speaking with
Mark,
you today.
you too. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. That was Pete Lally, the corporate social responsibility lead for Sanofi. It's still a 3-2 Rockers lead. We move to the bottom of the fifth on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Sorry, we were running late. No problem. Come on in.
Before opening day, the crew at T-Mobile Park made countless calls, getting everything ready for baseball. A trucker used his GPS to make sure the new signs got there in time. And the grounds crew sent 17 texts to double-check every detail. But when the sun set, they put down their phones and gave the game to the people who loved it most.
Why don't you throw the headset on?
They had a nice hand. Selena Morera, Andrea Guarpa, Kathleen Mulligan, Peyton
It's the bottom of the 5th inning at TD Bank Ballpark. The Somerset Patriots trailing the High Point Rockers 3-2. My name's Mark Schwartz, and I have another guest here for the bottom of the 5th inning. It's my pleasure to be joined alongside Gary Sarkis, the Director of Operations for Students to Science. Now, Gary, I would argue that you are the star of the show today. Thanks. Here at TD Bank Ballpark. You had, I believe, the largest protractor that I've ever seen in person on the field earlier today. How's the day going for you so far?
It's fantastic. You know, we're glad to be here. We're a proponent of STEM activities and STEM science. We want to give back to the kids. We want to make sure that there's scientists for the future, because that's what we're going to need. We're going to need scientists for everything we do in the future.
Well, Steve Neister is the first batter of the inning. Pops up to the shortstop, Alfonso, arranging a little bit to his left, makes a one-handed grab. And there's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Darby Myers. Well, I was talking with Pete at the top half of the inning. STEM has become a buzzword because I think that there is a need in this country for students to sort of pivot a little bit more towards that science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And that's what we're trying to do here today, right?
Right, and absolutely. And baseball is full of activities that involve science, you know, whether it's the groundskeeping and keeping the field intact, to the actual flight of the baseball, to the pitching, to the mechanics of the pitcher. All of that stuff involves science and health.
Well, I want to talk about two specific things here. First, the sweet spot on the bat.
Right. Well, the sweet spot of the bat is really important because, you know, that's the part where the batter wants to get the most wood on. So it's usually just after the neck and just below the end of the bat. It's about 6 inches long, and it's there because it's the area of the bat that's the least vibration. So the least vibration causes the most energy to be transferred to the ball, and you hit the ball farther.
Well, I can attest. I mean, I'm not a professional athlete by any stretch. I did play baseball in high school, and I know that when you hit the sweet spot and you swing the bat, it is like you are not hitting a thing.
Absolutely.
The bat goes straight through, and it's like nothing even made contact with it, and it is a great feeling.
Yep, and you can hear that sound too.
You certainly can. It's a different sound with the ball coming off the bat. Absolutely. Darby Myers at the plate here. He swings and lines one foul down the right field line. That one not hit off the sweet spot. We would have known.
Absolutely.
Had it was. So it's a 2-ball and 2-strike count, one away. Patriots trailing 3-2. Also, something that interests me, and I wasn't even prepared to really talk about this, but the conditions for the best flight of the baseball. That's apparently important as well.
Absolutely. So you probably know that in higher elevation you get more home runs, right?
Yes.
Like the Rockies had a lot of home runs. And also, you know, when it's actually wet, when it's humid, you actually can hit the ball farther because there's less oxygen in the air because water is taking up the space of oxygen, and water is a smaller molecule which interacts less with the ball. So actually when it's humid out, the ball will travel farther.
My mind is turning like a million miles an hour as you say that. Darby Myers grounds out to short and is quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, we're speaking with Gary Sarkis. He is the Director of Operations for Students to Science. So humidity plays a large role.
Absolutely. Humidity, the temperature also, because, you know, the equation for pressure, because pressure is important, is PV equals nRT, and temperature is also a factor, too, in the ball flight.
It's all fascinating stuff. It really is. As Scott Kelly takes a pitch upstairs 1-0. I've always been fascinated even with the mechanics around certain pitches and the way that spin and, you know, the grip on a ball and the stitches that are located, the way that the ball spins adjusts its flight midair.
Absolutely. That's interacting with the molecules in the air, absolutely. If the air wasn't there, that ball would just travel straight. So absolutely, the spin that the pitcher puts on the ball interacts with the air, and it causes it to curve or sink or whatever you're going to throw.
And there's another hot topic in baseball these days. It's called launch angle, and I think you had it with the giant protractor on the field beforehand, but everyone, you know, they're trying to get these guys to adjust their launch angle to get the most optimum, you know, distance from the ball leaving the bat. Can you talk about that?
Sure. Well, physics says that 45 degrees is the best launch angle, whether you're shooting a T-shirt like we did earlier or whether you're hitting the ball, because 45 degrees is going to give it the most chance for gravity to pull it down the least. If you hit it too high, it's not going to go out as far. If you hit it too low, it's not going to go. So 45 degrees is the perfect angle.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's, you know, a lot of other factors like the power of the batter, right, and all that sort of stuff. But if everything else was held consistent, you want to hit it at 45 degrees to go the farthest.
I mean, just the science behind baseball, I think almost more so than most other sports. I mean, there's these little incremental details
absolutely.
In centimeters and temperature that so crucially affect the the outcome of these ball games.
And the math behind baseball is also really important. We have now sabermetrics, right?
Yes,
so everybody
absolutely.
wants to put their players in the right position, put their best batting order together. Everything about math is involved in science. So if math, you might not like it, but it's really important in baseball.
Scott Kelly at the plate. He grounds it foul down the third base line. The count holds it 2-2. There's actually, it's interesting because today is STEM in Baseball Day, and this actually, we believe, is the first ball game ever that is using an automated strike zone.
I saw that.
The umpires actually have a headpiece, and we have a radar system located atop the ballpark that has been triangulated or whatever to call balls and strikes. It's fascinating.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's going to take a lot of the uncertainty out of the game. There's going to be less arguments, hopefully, between the batter and the umpire, because it's really the computer that's making the decisions.
Well, Scott Kelly grounds out to second base to retire the side. And unfortunately, Gary, that'll do it for us here. But again, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Really interesting stuff. That was Gary Sarkis, the Director of Operations for Students to Science. We move to the top of the sixth. Rockers still lead 3-2 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. What better way to spend a summer night than taking a group to a Somerset Patriots game? Enjoy one of the best ways for families, friends, and businesses to catch affordable entertainment right here in Central Jersey. Groups of 30 or more receive $2 off the normal price per ticket, starting at just $8.50. These groups can participate in our on-field promotions, including a pregame performance, color guard, baseball buddies, field of dreams, or the 7th inning fun bunch. The Patriots also offer fundraising opportunities for groups of 250 or more for even larger discounts. Head over to our picnic area located down the left field line, where groups of 30 to 500 can have a ballpark barbecue. For $28 a person, get a ticket to the game and an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. Overlooking the left field line is the party deck, where an upscale buffet will be served along with a cash bar for groups of 30 to 150 for $39 a person. Groups of up to 30 or 40 can have private use of a fully furnished, climate-controlled hospitality suite with indoor and outdoor seating alongside wait service. Our exclusive Diamond Club is a large indoor hospitality space located on our suite level, perfect for holding meetings and entertaining clients. Here, outdoor balcony seating is accompanied by an hour-and-a-half upscale buffet, a private cash bar, cocktail tables, bar seating, and a 60-inch smart TV. Email us at groups@somersetpatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 to lock down your perfect summer outing. It's the top of the sixth inning. The Somerset Patriots trailing the High Point Rockers by a score of 3-2. As we welcome back in the broadcast booth and back on the play-by-play, Brandon Pelter.
Thanks, Mark. And a new pitcher on for Somerset. It's Mike Broadway, the righty, taking over for James Pugliese, who finished 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and a walk. First pitch to Giovanni Alfonso, swung on and fouled into the seats.
Big thank you to our last two guests. We had Pete Lally from Santa Fe, Gary Sarkis from Students to Science, both providing really fascinating takes on science and baseball.
0-1. Waved at and missed. Broadway pumping a fastball past Alfonso.
Of course, having them on with an automated strike zone today and STEM and baseball, everything just running parallel. Everything's meshing.
0-2 is fouled back. Yeah, it's all coming together.
It's all coming up Patriots, except the score right now.
And there's still a little bit of time left. Top of the sixth inning, of course, playing a 7-inning game today. Both games today, 7 innings. Game 2 starting at about 6:35. Day-night doubleheader. As Broadway sets in the 0-2. Swung on and missed. That good for out number 1 here in the sixth. Just the second strikeout of the game for the Patriots pitching staff, which sits in 4th, middle of the pack in the Atlantic League. And now the 9-man Breland Almadova is due up with his single back in the 4th, extended his hitting streak to 4 games. First pitch. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. A called strike nonetheless. Almadova entered the game hitting .360 Now up to 370. 0-1 is swung on and lifted in the air down the right field line. Myers will just give it a look. That one reaches the seats.
Happy birthday, Angeline Dominguez.
Apparently it's somebody's birthday today.
Somebody's birthday every day.
Suppose so. Not ours.
That's correct. 0-2 the count on the 9-man Almodovar. The pitch up around the eyes. Elevated fastball. Well, we said at the start, with the STEM day and plenty of different kids from schools in attendance, it'd be a loud one. It'd be a fun one. 1-2 is fouled straight back.
Had to be ready for that one as well.
We were both ready for that foul ball, which caught the netting a couple inches higher. The thing is, that one, I don't think it would have gotten in the window. I think it would have hit the window in front of me.
Quite possible. Quite possible.
1-2. Swung on and driven in the air to deep right field. Myers back to his right a bit. Still drifting. He makes the catch on the warning track for the second half.
It's a nice job of tracking the ball there from Darby Myers. Had to range all the way back to the warning track before bringing it down. It's been an impressive day for Rockers pitcher. Steven Johnson was roughed up a bit. He allowed 3 hits and a couple of runs against the first 4 batters that he faced. Since that point, however, Somerset has had just 1 base runner, and they have not recorded a hit. And we're about to head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
First pitch to the one-man Leidendorf. That misses down low. He's retired 13 of the last 14 batters that he's faced. And you mentioned the walk. That to Craig Massey. It was an 0-2 count. Massey was able to work it full and work the walk as the 1-0 is swung on. Popped up the chute. Ullman behind the plate, working his way back toward the field now and just barely makes that catch. But regardless, it's a catch as the Rockers go down in order in the top of the 6th. They take a 1-run lead to the home half. Patriots coming to bat. It'll be 1-2-3. You're listening to Patriots Baseball on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
I fight every day.
Every night,
Every hour.
every minute, and every second.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital and RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, bring the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
And I'm not fighting alone.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Let's beat cancer together.
Before opening day, the crew at T-Mobile Park made countless calls, getting everything ready for baseball. A trucker used his GPS to make sure the new signs got there in time. And the grounds crew sent 17 texts to double-check every detail. But when the sun set, they put down their phones and gave the game to the people who loved it most.
It's time for the Char Steakhouse into the net home run inning. Doug Smith, if a Patriot batter smacks a home run into the net between the flames of the Char Steakhouse sign, you'll net $10,000 and a free steak dinner. Char Steakhouse. Char Steakhouse is rare to find something this well done. They go off the home, 6th inning, second baseman.
Hey kids, would you like to have an ice cream party? Receive exclusive Somerset Sluggers merchandise and tickets to games? Then become a member of the Somerset Sluggers Kids Club. It's only $15. You could receive tickets to 6 games and join in on 3 exclusive VIP experiences. Call our Sluggers coordinator Tim at 908-255-1422 or visit our Somerset Sluggers page at somersetpatriots.com to learn more and sign up today. The Somerset Patriots would like to thank Children's Specialized Hospital for their support of the 2019 Somerset Sluggers Kids Club. Still, Steven Johnson and his first pitch to Craig Massey misses. Massey 1 for 1 with a double, came around to score in the first inning. He also walked. Two from Johnson. Misses away. Little bit of action, a righty throwing in the Rockers bullpen. Here's the 3-0. Called a strike.
Looks like there might be a couple of pitchers getting loose for the Patriots. A righty, if the score holds. Antonini, if they take the lead.
3-1. That one clips the outside corner. The count runs full. Massey was down 0-2 in his last at-bat. Worked it full and worked a walk. He was up 3-0 in this one. Now it's 3-2. The pitch. Swung on and a humpback liner that dunks into right field. Massey will hold at first. But the Patriots with the leadoff man aboard.
It's a good job of hitting there from Massey. Able to muscle it into shallow right field. A little bit of a bloop over the head of the first baseman, Dante Bichette Jr. Now, Craig Massey is as aggressive of a base stealer as the Patriots have on their team. He's 3 for 6 on the season. He's now actually reached base 3 times today. But he represents the tying run, so this will be an interesting decision. Do the Patriots ask Pacioli to bunt? Do they give Massey the green light? We'll see.
He's the only Patriot with multiple hits as Pacioli squares and gets it down at the third base side. Gomez was charging, he fields and throws to second, not in time. Both runners will reach. And now Massey left the bag. He thought he was out. Tag applied. And bit of a brain freeze from Craig Massey. Now Brett Jody thought time was called. And he's going out to have a conversation. He will meet with Tom Gandolfo.
Well, Massey was safe on the throw down to second base. Looked like the second baseman Leidendorf dropped the ball. Massey was clearly safe. We'll just have to check the replay to see if time was called, but Craig Massey thought he was out. He just simply started walking off the bag, and the ball was not dead. Massey's tagged out, and so what could have been a really good opportunity for the Patriots with runners at first and second and nobody out turns now into just a runner at first with one away.
And the conversation was short between Brett Jody and the umpire standing at second base. So now Pacioli aboard with one out. The first pitch to Ramon Flores is a called strike. The umpires working their way through. There's a bit of a rotation going on this afternoon. 0-1. Swung on and that lifted. On the infield left side, Gomez onto the track, makes the catch and falls down. And that's good for out number 2.
Looking at the replay, there was clearly no time given by any umpire on the field. That was just a base running gaffe from Craig Massey to step off the bag, thinking that he was out when in fact he was safe. And it completely changes the feeling of this inning. You could have had there Ramon Flores drop down to bunt, and you might have had runners at first, second, and third with one away. Instead, now there's a runner at first with 2 out. Michael Ullman will step to the plate. You don't necessarily want to take the bat off of his shoulders, but if you're Justin Pacioli, I'm sure you are thinking about trying to steal second base, get into scoring position for Ullman.
Ullman 1 for 2. He doubled, an RBI double at that. Back in the first inning, first pitch swinging, broken back grounder over to second base. Leidendorf fields and fires on to first in time. The Patriots are retired. They still trail 3-2 as we head to the 7th. You're listening to Patriots Baseball on SBN.TV, 1450 WCTC, WCTCAM.com.
For over 85 years, in every county across the state, we've protected the health of New Jersey, covering families and businesses through life's big moments and the small ones. Because we don't just work here, we live here too. Over 5,000 local employees, all with the same purpose, taking care of you.
guys. And don't forget, check out Flemington Department Store. They offer brand new furniture, flooring, and clothes. And incredible savings, guaranteed. They're located on Route 31, north of the Flemington Circle. Stop by Flemington Department Store for all your home needs.
Make sure you catch post-game fireworks at next Patriot game. Upcoming fireworks nights, Thursday, May 23rd.
Diamond Nation, located in Flemington, New Jersey, is the premier baseball and softball facility in the Northeast and is home to the Jack Cuss Baseball and Jenny Finch Softball Academies. Diamond Nation is a top draw for prominent youth, teen, and high school tournaments and is dedicated to providing top-flight instruction, private lessons, and outstanding camps for individuals and teams. Visit us at DiamondNation.com. Looking for a new or used car? There's no better place than the Flemington Car and Truck Country family of brands located on routes 202 and 31 in Flemington, New Jersey, or at Flemington.com. There you will find a family-centered organization ready to take care of all of your automotive needs as they've done since 1976. Fans get updates on the team, ticket specials, and upcoming promotions with the Patriots Blast. Text Somerset Patriots, one word, to 22828. Again, that's text Somerset Patriots, all one word, to 22828 to get signed up today. Top of the 7th inning, High Point the one-run lead in this 7-inning game. First game of the day-night doubleheader. Nate Rowe on to pitch for the Patriots. The first pitch to Steven Cardullo misses upstairs.
Nate Rowe in his second year with Somerset. Been used as a middle reliever this season, a Plainfield, New Jersey native. Now making his 6th appearance of the year. Has not factored into a decision with a 4.76 ERA.
1-0, misses outside.
Rowe last pitched a couple of days ago. Saw him toss a scoreless inning of relief Tuesday night in the first game of this series.
Rowe comes set at the chest, the 2-0. Swung on, driven in the air. This one behind the plate. Ullman using the glove to block his eyes, and he makes the catch right near the Patriots on-deck circle up the first base side for out number 1. Ullman looking like an outfielder there, shading the eyes with his glove and able to haul it in. Now Hector Gomez up. His 6-game hitting streak on the line. He's 0 for 3 so far this afternoon. First pitch. Breaking ball waved at and missed. That breaking ball busting down and away from Gomez. Just flung the bat head out there. Patriots down a run. Top of the 7th inning with 1 away. The 0-1. Breaking ball, that misses. And a called strike. And so that's one of those situations, I think, where in the earpiece he gets the ball no track, and he has to make a decision.
Jamie Keefe right now coaching third for the Rockers. He's none too pleased with that. Changes the outlook of the at-bat. Instead of a 2-0 count, it's a 1-1 count. Oh, no, it's 0-2, excuse me.
Yeah, and I do think that was a strike. It looked like a breaking ball that was just laid in there. The righty Rowe rocks and fires the 0-2. Swung on and chopped left side. Fielded in the hole. Long throw for Neister, and it's not in time. Francoso had the dig on the other end, but Gomez able to beat it out for the infield single.
Neister made the nice backhanded pick, but the ball wasn't hit too sharply, so he had to be a little quicker in exchanging the ball out of his glove and throwing it onto first base. Gomez, deceptive amount of speed, able to beat it out. Both managers and pitching coaches, and for the Patriots, Glenn Barker, the hitting coach also, they were all on the field earlier today to see the test of the TrackMan software, to see exactly how it works and how it's communicated to umpires.
First pitch to Quincy Lattimore misses up and in.
So there shouldn't be as much of a question for these managers to how the system works. But Jamie Keefe wasn't happy with that delayed strike call there, and wonder if that was one, like you said, Brandon, where TrackMan might not have picked it up, so the umpire had to take his time to make a call.
1-0. Misses outside.
We heard before the game that the amount of time that it takes for the pitch to be relayed to the umpire is 1/100th of a millisecond. Let me look that up. It's 1/10 of a second overall is what it turns down to. I think it's 100 milliseconds is the time it takes.
Gomez off of first with one away. Here's the 2-0. Swung on and fouled back into the netting behind the plate.
Yes. It takes the pitch 100 milliseconds to be translated pretty much from the TrackMan radar software to the umpire in the earpiece. So 1/10 of a second, that's pretty instantaneous. And casual fans watching the game aren't really going to notice.
Runner goes, 2-1. Misses outside. Ullman couldn't handle it. Second time this afternoon that he hasn't been able to fire down to second base. And Gomez with his second steal of the season.
Just a little sloppy on the transfer.
So Gomez off of second base. 3-1 the count with one away. And now Mike Ullman out for a conversation. He's going to bring along the home plate umpire with him.
It's another new rule in the league. He's got to make sure that he brings the umpire along and, whatever context of their conversation they have to make sure that everything's all right. Because he can't just go out there for a meeting on the mound without the umpire. That's against the rules.
So 3-1 the count on Lattimore. 0 for 2 this afternoon. Did reach on a walk back in the third. Rosette's first base side. The 3-1 is swung on and driven in the air to deep left field. Flores on his horse looking up at the fence, and that one is gone. A 2-run home run for Quincy Lattimore. His second of the series, and High Point extends the lead 5-2 in the top of the seventh.
Boy, Lattimore had the 2-run home run yesterday, 2-run home run today. Now 5 home runs on the season, pretty much 5 home runs in the last week. Boy, is there a hotter player in the Atlantic League right now than Quincy Lattimore?
Don't think so, Mark. Be remiss to find him right now, especially with Will Kinger out of the lineup this afternoon, cooling off just a little bit, although it's hard to continue hitting around 500 throughout the course of a season.
It is.
Dante Bichette Jr. steps up. First pitch swinging comes up empty. And he wanted to send that one about 600 feet. A 1. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike. So a little bit of insurance for the Rockers. Still just a 3-run ball game, though. Patriots will have Edwin Espinal, Mike Francoso, and Steve Neister due up in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2. Breaking ball busts inside. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and in the air to deep center field. Pacioli to his left. He'll make the catch for the second out.
Well, in the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be the last licks for the Patriots, and they'll have Espinal, Francoso, and Neister due up. Of course, we are playing 2 7-inning ball games today, so this early one, a 7-inning game, and once we play tonight, again at 6:35 first pitch to wrap up this series, it will once again be a 7-inning ball game.
Miles Schroeder up now, hitting from the left side. With 2 away, top of the 7th. First pitch swung on and fouled off of Ullman. And he's down for an extended moment here. Wonder if that might have kind of caught him below the belt or caught a piece of the leg. Courtesy trip from the home plate umpire, Phil Lee out there. The trainer for the Patriots, now Brett Jody joins.
Well, Ullman will likely have an opportunity to rest up in the nightcap of this doubleheader. I'd imagine we see Yovan Gonzalez behind home plate, but Patriots have been trying to allow Ullman to rest up a bit when given an opportunity. It's still an early season. Ullman's a very important middle-of-the-order bat. On a team that doesn't have too much power, Ullman's still looking for his first home run, but he has shown gap-to-gap power at the very least, and he's an important piece of this team moving forward.
It is 9th double of the season. Earlier in this one, that tied for second with Stephen Cardulo in the Atlantic League. Ullman will stay into this one. It's an 0-1 count on Miles Schroeder. With 2 away, the pitch. Grounded foul. Well, if there's one thing we know, it's that the Patriots have a shot in every game that they play, and hoping they'll put up a battle in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2. Misses away. Rowe went off speed. We're trailing 4-0 heading into the 9th. Just 2 nights ago. And then the rally was on. 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, capped off by a grand slam from Edwin Espinal. 1-2 misses away. And that is how the Patriots took game 1 against the Rockers, who surely thought they were going to get a game back in the standings. Were able to do so last night. Now they sit 3 games back of Somerset in the Liberty Division. Here's the 2-2. In tight. Now the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs on the 6-man Miles Schroeder. Three-two. Waved at and missed. Rowe pulled the strings, and Schroeder goes down swinging. Just the 3rd strikeout for a Patriots pitcher this afternoon. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's rally time for Somerset. They trail the Rockers 5-2. You're listening to Patriots Baseball on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
At Flemington Car and Truck Country, we've been satisfying customers for over 40 years, providing selection. With 16 manufacturer brands plus over 500 available certified pre-owned vehicles. Convenience. With all our dealerships located on Route 202 and 31 in Flemington. And satisfaction. With positive reviews praising our business model every day. We'll never take our customers for granted. Flemington Car and Truck Country.
Every day, we're here for you. Presenting the lowest car prices you've ever seen. Wow pricing. Only on Fullerton.com. It'll blow you away. If you want the best deals on all new cars and trucks, don't miss Fullerton's absolutely enormous spring clearance event. Get the lowest prices on our entire new inventory all month long. This month only at Fullerton.
It's rally time for the Patriots. Bottom of the 7th, of course, playing a 7-inning ball game this afternoon and then later tonight. And Sam Runyon is on to try and shut the door on Somerset. High Point the 5-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th.
Sam Runyon, a former Southern Maryland Blue Crab. He comes on the mound second time that we've seen him this series. He pitched on Monday, tossed a scoreless inning, allowing just 1 hit. Was an all-star last year in the Atlantic League, had an absolutely tremendous first half of the season, but ranked in the top 5 in the league in appearances, ran out of steam in the second half of the year and ultimately ended with an ERA probably not indicative towards how he actually pitched. But he's been a late inning relief pitcher for the Rockers this season, and he's looking for a save in tonight's ball game, or today's ball game, rather.
First pitch to Edwin Espinal, called the strike. Runyon, as you mentioned, came into game 1 in the 8th inning of that one, and we thought that it was actually a different pitcher because he's wearing 27. So the 0-1 is swung on a hard grounder right side. Leidendorf to his left makes the play on the outfield grass and throws on to first in time for the first out. But we thought it was Matt Sergey. He's wearing 27. You'd assume the roster that we get is correct, and not so much. You didn't let your eyes deceive you, though.
Well, Runyon has a mullet. He also has a very distinct delivery home where he sort of reaches both of his hands high above his head, then comes set. But even, when he's in his set position, his hand and his glove, they're both right near the head before he delivers home. I would remember that from other seasons.
First pitch to Mike Francoso, a called strike. He thought that one was either low or outside. I would guess low, and had a long look up into the clouds hovering over TD Bank Ballpark. Not ominous clouds. On a nice day for baseballs, the 0-1 is a called strike.
What are they, cumulonimbus? Is that the name of the cloud?
I mean, you're the meteorologist.
In training. I'm still learning.
Gomez at third base, guarding the hole. 0-2. Swung on it. This one driven deep to center field. Almadova back and a step or two in front of the warning track makes the catch. It was well hit by Franzoso, but hung up just a bit too long.
They're cumulus clouds. That's what we're looking at right now. Not to be confused with stratocumulus, cirrus or stratus, or nimbostratus, or altostratus. Or a there is a cumulonimbus.
There is that. I knew it was a type of cloud. I just didn't know if that was the one that we're looking at.
No, right now it is quite clearly, to those in the cloud community, it is quite clearly a cumulus cloud.
Last chance for the Patriots. It's Steve Neister. First pitch misses outside. High Point with 5 runs on 9 hits. Somerset 2 runs on 4 hits. 3 of those 4 hits came in the first inning. Patriots offense sputtering a bit. Scored only 1 run yesterday. Now 2 today as the 1-0 misses inside.
And again, what a job by this Rockers team. Primarily Steven Johnson, who goes 6 innings. And really after the Ullman RBI double in the first, the Patriots have just been shut down.
2-0. Poured in for a called strike.
And a big moment in this ballgame. Let's go back to the bottom of the 6th inning. Craig Massey leads off with a base hit. Justin Pacioli drops down what was supposed to be a sac bunt. And Massey is safe at second on the throw. It was dropped, but Craig came off the bag.
2-0 is swung on and broken bat humpback liner. Now Alfonso makes the play on a hop, but the throw gets past Bichette and goes out of play. So an E6, Neister moving over to second base. It was a soft liner, and Alfonso made the play on a hop, working toward the middle of the field, spun and threw over to first, but Bichette could not make the pick.
So Somerset stays alive. I still think that moment in the bottom of the 6th inning plays a large role here, because if Massey doesn't come off the bag, then the Patriots have runners at first and second with nobody out. They're only trailing by a run at that point, and if they tie up the ball game, maybe things are played a little differently, or potentially they take the lead in the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch to Darby Myers misses away.
But that's me falling into the fallacy of the predetermined outcome, which of course is not fair to neither us or our listeners.
I think we talked about that one off air the other day. I don't think that one made it to 1450 WCTC or SPN.TV. So the 1-0 is a called strike.
You hang around long enough, Brandon, I'll start to drive you crazy.
I think it's been long enough.
Yeah. What is it, 5 games? 5 games too many?
Mm-hmm. Neister off of second base, 2-away, bottom of the 7th. Somerset down 3, the 1-1. Waved at and missed. And a ball and 2 strikes. The Patriots down to their final strike. First pitch tonight, 6:35. Second game of the day night doubleheader. And the Patriots hit the road. Means you hit the road too, Mark. 1-2. Swung on and spoiled into the seats first base side.
Yeah, now a 4-game series starting up against the Lancaster Barnstormers beginning tomorrow. 7 p.m. first pitch. Game 1, 7 p.m. on Saturday as well, I believe. And then wrap it up with a single admission doubleheader on Sunday in the morning of the Game of Thrones series finale.
because that's the most important thing on Sunday. 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, backhanded by Schroeder.
It is an important thing on Sunday. Maybe not the most, but an important.
Sitting top 3?
Absolutely. Top 3 goes Patriots game 1, Patriots game 2, Game of Thrones.
All right.
And then eating and breathing.
Okay. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and this one looped into center field. Almadova coming on. He makes the catch, and that will do it. 5-2 the final score. High Point defeats Somerset. It was the long ball today that did the Patriots in. A 3-run home run from Josh Mazzola, then a 2-run ding-dong from Quincy Lattimore. And High Point takes game 1 of the day-night doubleheader. They've now won 2 of 3 here at TD Bank Ballpark.
Not exactly what the Patriots were looking for in the front end of this one, but one of the great things about baseball, you get the opportunity to play doubleheaders. So, it's so nice outside, we might as well play 2. First one didn't go Somerset's way. Credit to the Rockers for a very well-pitched game, specifically by Steven Johnson, really holding this lineup in check. But we'll have another game to come up later tonight.
We'll step aside, break it all down when we come back. Again, High Point, the 5-2 win over Somerset in this one. Stick right here. Patriots Baseball on ESPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Yeah, 90 seconds works, and then we'll just do one. We'll wrap it up here and then send it back to you.
At Flemington Car and Truck Country, we've been satisfying customers for over 40 years, providing selection. With 16 manufacturer brands plus over 500 available certified pre-owned vehicles. Convenience. With all our dealerships located on Route 202 and 31 in Flemington. And satisfaction. With positive reviews praising our business model every day. We'll never take our customers for granted. Flemington Car and Truck Country.
Every day, we're here for you. Presenting the lowest car prices you've ever seen. Wow pricing. Only on Fullerton.com. It'll blow you away. If you want the best deals on all new cars and trucks, don't miss Fullerton's absolutely enormous spring clearance event. Get the lowest prices on our entire new inventory all month long. This month only at Fullerton.
So the Patriots are in front 2-0 at that point. However, that would be pretty much it for Somerset. as the Rockers responded immediately in the top of the second inning. First 3 batters reached, including a 3-run home run for Josh Mazzola. That put the Rockers in front 3-2, and that wound up being all the offense they would need, as Steven Johnson was terrific for High Point today. He went 6 innings. He allowed just those 2 runs that came in the first inning on 4 hits with 1 walk, no strikeouts. Pitched to contact, pitched well. And then it was Sam Runyon who come on in the bottom of the 7th inning, tossed a scoreless inning, and it was the Rockers over the Patriots by a final score of 5-2. And as we welcome Brandon back in, look, this is a team that has had a lot of success throughout the course of the season, but for today's purposes, not a lot of offense.
Well, and you know, really the past 2 games for Somerset, they've struggled at the plate. 10 combined hits, just 3 combined runs, and hopefully in the nightcap you get Will Kinger, Alfredo Rodriguez, Ray Navarro back. Those some big bats, but still Somerset has got to find a way to score some runs. And also, like you talked about in that bottom of the 7th inning, a big turning point was the 6th. Somerset had a really good chance with Craig Massey at second base, Justin Pacioli, who had laid down the sacrifice. The throw went to second. Massey was safe, so Pacioli of course reached, but then a little bit of a brain fart. Massey thought he was called out, left the bag, and was promptly tagged out.
So that was certainly the best opportunity for the Patriots in a game that they ultimately lose by a final score of 5-2. So your final lines: High Point 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 7 runners left on base. The Patriots 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on. The winning pitcher is Steven Johnson. He improves to 2-0. David Holmberg, in his first start as a Patriot, takes the loss. He drops to 0-1. And Sam Runyon records the save, his first of the 2019 season, in a ball game that took a little over 2 hours here in front of a strong crowd on STEM in Baseball afternoon. With the win, the Rockers improved to 11-8 on the season, while the Patriots fall to 12-5. High Point now just 2 games behind the Somerset Patriots for first place in the Liberty Division standings. As we check the out-of-town scoreboard, it is in the top of the 9th inning. The Long Island Ducks are still holding on to a 6-4 lead over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Should Long Island hold on and win that ball game, then they would leapfrog the Patriots into first place, at least for the time being. Of course, Somerset has another game later tonight. Also, an early action. The New Britain Bees and the Lancaster Barnstormers are knotted at 3. That ball game in the top of the 7th inning over at New Britain Stadium. Games later today, the Rockers and the Patriots will get going for a 6:35 first pitch, while the Sugarland Skeeters and the York Revolution, they have an 8:05 p.m. first pitch on the East Coast, 7:05 p.m. Central Time. Our next broadcast will be that 6:35 first pitch between the Patriots and the Rockers. It'll be Liam O'Sullivan on the bump for Somerset, working against John Ritchie for High Point. First pitch at 6:35, so our coverage both on SPN.TV and the Voice of Central Jersey, 1450 WCTC, gets started at 6:30 p.m. right back here at TD Bank Ballpark. That will once again be a 7-inning ball game. But that'll do it for us for now from the Jewel of the Atlantic League. For Ann McGlynn, who is producing our broadcast back over at our WCTC studios in Somerset, along with my co-host today, Brandon Pelter, my name is Mark Schwartz. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a pleasant rest of your Thursday afternoon, everybody. We'll see you later tonight.